everyone. Welcome to the Vinyasa flow. My name is Lacey, and we're going to get started right away. So find a comfortable spot in a seated position, maybe on a block or blanket, but get a place where you can evenly sit out those bones on those hips and really just try to get that weight to shift so you're not leaning to one side or the other. And then once you feel like you have that comfortable seat, try to lengthen your spine. Roll those shoulders back. Close your eyes. And I want you to take your right hand, place it on your belly, and take your left hand and place it on your heart. And close your eyes while you continue to sit up nice and tall. And just really start to relax that physical body. Slowing everything down. Letting go of what happened earlier today or what you might be doing later. Just simply be present in this moment and allow the world to slow its pace. As you continue rooting your tailbone into your mat, let your body grow nice and heavy, releasing all of that weight, physical and mental as well. And then begin to draw some attention towards your breathing. Noticing how you're feeling in your breath today, and just consciously start to make an effort to deepen that breath. Feeling that right hand push out as that belly fills up on your inhale, and feeling it pull back, pulling that belly button back towards your spine as you exhale out. So just bring some awareness into that breath for a few moments. Feel your heart beating with your left hand. Take 3 more cycles of breath here, inhaling and exhaling out slowly. After that third and final exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Take a cycle of breath here, sitting up nice and tall. In through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Drop your chin, lower your hands, open your eyes, and lift your head. Inhale, hold those shoulders back. That a couple times, opening them up. And then drop your chin to your chest and just simply taking from one side, rolling it to the other shoulder. But keep the shoulders relaxed. Just take that. You want to go all the way around. You can take it all the way around. Possibly reversing, going the other direction, just stretching it out. And then coming back to that neutral spine. Inhale, take those shoulders up all the way. Now we're exaggerating, bringing those shoulders all the way up to your ears, sitting nice and tall. Inhale, take them up, up, up. Exhale, roll them back and drop them down as far as they can go, as you keep everything else rooted and glued to the mat. So inhale, do that again. Take that up, really not using those hands, just using the shoulders. Exhale, releasing everything down here. Awesome. Inhale, bring your hands to prayer. And bring those arms up overhead. Bring them all the way up. And then dropping that left arm down. Keep the right arm raised. Take it out a little to the side here. And just simply start to tip. But keeping that right hip rooted to the ground as you lengthen to the side. Breathe in here. Bring it back to center. Bring your hands back to prayer overhead. And then drop it over to the other side. Same thing, rooting that opposite hip is key. Still breathing here. And then bring it back, and we'll just flow a little bit more here, so stretch it out. And then exhale, take it over to the other side. Do that one more time. Inhale, take it over. Really stretch and lengthen, exaggerate each move, and then taking it over to that other side. Again, lengthening out of there. Bringing your hands back to neutral, roll those shoulders down on the back, keeping those legs where they are for another moment or two. Take that left hand, wrap it underneath the right arm, going into some seated eagle arms here. If you're able to clasp that thumb on the opposite hand, you can do that. You can also give yourself a hug. Just walking those hands back, keeping the shoulders loose, sitting up nice and tall, opening the shoulders. If we're here, then we're squeezing those elbows, lifting them a little higher. One more breath, and exhale, release it out. Shake it out, and we'll go to the other side. So the opposite arm this time, close underneath, taking that twist or taking that hug wherever you are, honoring where you're at, knowing that you will get the benefits of yoga no matter what. And it isn't about how far you can twist. Exhale, release all of that out, and just keep those legs where they are for one more pose. As you sit up nice and tall, just take a little twist here. Gaze over that back shoulder. Keep that breath flowing. Exhale, release, bring it back to center, and then take it over to the other side. Big breath in, expand that belly. Exhale, release, come back to center. Now we're going to bring those legs into it, opening up those legs a little bit. I want you to grab your big toes with your two fingers, so kind of just grabbing on there. We're going to try to open up those legs. So we're just going to walk on the heels, out in front. Keep those knees bent if you need to until you feel that great stretch at the back of those hamstrings. And just really take it where you need to. If you are able to extend and you can still grab those toes, bow into it a little bit more. Breathing here. Stretching those legs. 2 more cycles of breath. And then exhale, walking it back out, swinging those legs around, finding your tabletop position here. So get those knees directly underneath those hips, hip distance apart. Toes can be curled behind you for some support. Get those hands underneath the shoulders, spread all 10 fingers, cats and cows here. So we're going to take that scoop, really exaggerate that curve in the spine, lift your chin slightly, and then exhale, rounding the back. Push the floor away. Inhale, go through a couple rounds here. Maybe glancing over shoulders, taking a little twist. Go through 3 more cycles and we'll all meet back at table. And once you're back at your table, then find that neutral spine. Inhale, keep that left foot out behind you. Take that right arm out. So left kicked out, right arm extends out of the body. We're going to round back, pull our knee in to touch our elbow if we can, and imagine your nose can touch your knee as well. So we're really just extending, pulling everything in, rounding that back, pushing it back out. We're going to do 5. That was 4. There's 3. 2 more. 2. Really extend. And 1. Bringing it back down. Take a cycle of breath. Regroup here. Fix your clothing if you need to. And then get right back into it. Same thing, but on the other side. So we're going to keep that right foot out. Notice toes are pointing down towards the floor. Okay, keep that hip pull down, left arm extend, lengthening out of the body, energetically, really getting that energy out, and then rounding, pulling everything in, working the abdominals here. 3 more. Last one. And release down. Take a child's pose, maybe taking a wide leg child's pose. Whatever works for you, but sink those hips down towards your heels, walk your hands out in front, let that heart start to melt, relaxing all the way down, drop that forehead to the mat as well, and take a couple breaths here. On your next breath, keep that left arm extended. Take the right arm, just thread it underneath. So it's like a thread the needle with a child's pose here. My palm faces down on the right hand for that one. A little different from thread the needle. Inhale it in, unravel, bring it back, and take it to the other side as turn the left arm walks through. Turn your gaze to look underneath that right extended arm. And then unravel, bring it back. If your knees are wide, bring them back underneath the hips. Getting ready for our extended puppy. We're gonna open up the backs of those shoulders. So keeping our knees hip distance apart, keeping those toes curled underneath. You're gonna keep your hips lifted in the air, but you're gonna walk both hands out in front of you like you're bowing all the way down. So you wanna open and melt that space between the shoulders. One more cycle of breath here. Keep the hips nice and high. Exhale, release, come back out. If you have a block here, or you can clasp your hands, we're gonna work on a dolphin pose. So for dolphin, if you have a block, you can just grab that block, keep those forearms glued to the mat, about shoulder width apart, or if you want to, you can clasp your hands together in prayer and then have the edges of those forearms be down on the ground as well for our dolphin. So, since I don't have a block, I'm gonna clasp my hands together, my toes are curled, and I'm gonna lift up those legs and hips as if I'm going into a downward facing dog. So keeping my forearms rooted for this first one. I'm gonna start to straighten that out. Maybe walking my feet in even closer. You need to pedal it out, you can pedal it out. Keep pushing those forearms into the mat. One more breath. And then release those knees back down. Take your hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, find a downward facing dog. Pulling everything in here, pulling the core in nice and tight, lifting those hips up. Breathing here. Inhale, lift up all the way onto those toes, and then exhale, press those heels towards the mat and drop those knees down. We're gonna visit a dolphin to downward dog here. So we're going to bring our forearms to the floor, find that dolphin once again, and push ourselves up into a downward dog. So from our forearms, push up and take mini pulses here, working those triceps. And it's only a very small move. We're gonna do two more, really pushing those fingertips into the mat and then finding your downward facing dog here. And then on your next breath, walk those feet all the way up to the top of your mat, forward fold, bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, take your halfway lift, hands can come to shins or blocks. Exhale, fold all the way down, shake that neck out. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer, getting ready to flow here. So up at the top of your mat, you want those feet hip distance apart. Roll those shoulders, standing nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms. Stretch and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, all the way down. Forward. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with that left foot. And then drop that left knee down. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Exhale, fold. Bring those hands back down, step back into a plank, and bring it all the way down. So we're gonna chaturanga through. So we're in plank, we're releasing all the way down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Pedaling those feet out. Inhale, walk or float, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, rise up to stand, sweep those arms. Exhale, hands to prayer. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with the right foot, low lunge. So get that length and then drop that right knee down. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back to your plank. Go through chaturanga. Remember, we can always take a child's pose in place of our downward facing dog as well. Walk or float, forward fold all the way up to the top of your mat. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down, shake it out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Hands to prayer. Close your eyes for a cycle of breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Nice full cycle of breath. Moving on here. Here we go. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with that left foot, revisit that low lunge. So drop that left knee down. Bringing up those arms, taking a rotation here. So bring your palms out to the side to face the right side. Bring them back to center. And then switch it to the left side. So my palms face the left side of my mat now. Windmill those hands back down. Step back into a plank. Keep that belly tucked in. Take your right foot out to the side. Bring that foot back to center, left out to the side. Push the floor away. Right to the side, left to the side. One more on each side. And release and lower. Remember, you can drop your knees down first. Cobra or upward facing. Push the tops of your toes into the mat wherever you are. And then push up. Downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, walk or float, forward fold. If we're floating, hop onto those toes, take a nice hop. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, rise up to stand. Sweep those hands, bring them to prayer, but bring that prayer right on through. So keep that prayer up and then all the way down, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with the right foot. Getting that lunge, drop that right knee down. Inhale, bring those arms up and take that rotation. This time we'll start to the left. Really expand those arms out to the side. Exhale, bring it back to center. And then taking it to the other side, lengthening. You got it. Bring it back to center. Release those hands down. Gonna go into 3 toe touches on that plank once again. So keep that core nice and tight. Take the right toes out to the side. Little mini bend in those elbows too. 3 on each side. And releasing down. Cobra or upward facing. Finding your downward facing dog once again. Inhale, walk or float, forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Setting up for a chair pose here. So let's keep our feet about hip distance apart. We're going to be squatting down like we're sitting in a chair. We're going to keep our hands at prayer for this one. So squat down like you're seated, and then check in with that booty. See if you can pull that booty underneath. So we don't want it sticking out too far. We really want to pull it in. Shift the weight in your heels. Bring your hands to prayer. Okay, and then we're going to take it over to the left. So we're going to hook that elbow and take that twist. So push into your hands, pull that core in, really try to open it up. You can stay here or you can even open those arms to the side, whatever speaks to you. One more breath here. And release. Come back to center. Rise up, shake it out. Back up to the top of your mat here. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with the left foot. This time, staying into that high lunge. We're going to rise up into our crescent. we're gonna try a little challenge today. So we're in our crescent lunge. Instead of keeping our arms parallel, we're gonna try to take eagle arms. So just like we did at the beginning, let's bring that right arm underneath the left and try to bring those elbows up towards the sky. Keeping everything hugged together, you got it. And then release that out, bring those hands back down. Step into a plank. Release and lower all the way down. Come up into an upward facing dog. Push the tops of your feet into the mat. Shift your weight over to the left hip and look over that right shoulder towards your right toe. And then switch to the other side. Just a little twist there. And then curl those toes. Push yourself back up into a downward facing dog here. Inhale, walk or float, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, rise up to stand, sweep those arms. Exhale, hands to prayer. All right, second chair pose. So we twisted to the left for this first one. Now we're gonna twist to the right. Same idea here. So we're going to be squatting down, keeping that booty tucked in. Feet are hip distance apart. Weight is in those heels. So pull that booty in, pull that core in as well. Bring your hands to prayer. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you want to take that twist, really pull that core in, push those hands into prayer, hook that elbow onto that opposite leg, and push it away. Twisting, opening, maybe bringing those arms open if you'd like, or keeping them in prayer. This is your practice. One more breath, really stretch it out. Exhale, bring the hands back to prayer, bring it back, and rise up, shake it out. Take a drink if you need to. And take a moment, bring your hands back to prayer, close your eyes, take a cycle of breath in here. Exhaling it out. Crescent lunge. On the other side, roll those shoulders back, standing nice and tall in our Tadasana, in our mountain pose. Inhale, sweep those arms. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with the right foot, finding your high lunge. Find that stability, rise up. Stay here if you want to. Or this time take the left arm, I believe, underneath the right. And finding that eagle pose. So you really got to sink down into it, working that balance, thinking of the midline, squeezing everything together, lift those elbows nice and high. One more breath, really take it up there. You got it. And exhale, release it out. Bring those hands down. Step back to your plank. Tip forward, release them down. Take an upward facing dog. And again, shift that weight. Look over that shoulder. And then switch over to the other side. And let's take a child's pose here. So sink it back. Bring those hips onto those heels. Tops of toes push into the mat. Walk those hands out in front. Catching your breath here. And then start to walk those hands over to the left. Keep your hips exactly where they are. Exhale, walk those hands back to center. And then take it right over to the other side. Big inhale in, and then walk those hands back, preparing to push back up into our downward facing dog. So bringing those knees back underneath hips, curl those toes, inhale, lift them nice and high here. Walk those toes in a little closer to your hands. See if you can get those heels towards the floor. You got this. And then walk or float, forward fold, back up to the top of your mat. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Keeping that left hand on the floor, bringing it about in between those hands. Take a little twist here. Right arm floats up towards the sky. Bend those knees if you need to. Exhale, release it down. Switch out the right hand down. Left arm floats up. Exhale, release down. See if you can grab those big toes with your 2 fingers. And if you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. But let's bring those elbows out to the side. Exaggerating that forward fold. Take a big breath in here. Exhale it out. And then keeping everything rounded on your inhale, just slowly start to rise 1 vertebrae at a time, keeping those shoulders until the very last. Roll everything out. You got it. All right, back up the top of your mat. Check in with those feet. Inhale, sweep those arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back with that left foot once again, finding your crescent. On your next breath, bring your hands down to prayer and drop that bottom knee. So we're gonna take that same twist we did when we were in our chair pose. Bring your hands together. Inhale, start to twist. Pull that belly in. Hook that left elbow on top of that right thigh. Push those hands into each other. That really helps you open up and pull everything open. Getting a rinse of that spine. Breathing here. And you can try to open too. If that speaks to you and you want to open it up. Go right ahead. Or stick with your prayer. 1 more breath here. You got this. And then exhale, release. Find your bent knee runner. Stretch to hip back. Sink back your weight onto that left knee and that right heel. Keep those hips in line and start to bow forward. You can use blocks here as well. You have blocks with you. Big breath in. Exhale, bend that right knee again, finding your lizard. Bring both of your hands on the inside edge of that right foot. Toe heel your right foot out to the side at least a 45-degree angle. And you can stay here. You can come down to forearms. You can come down to a block. Whatever you're feeling today, you can lift that bottom knee or that back knee off the mat. And you can come down to forearms. You can push. Do what you're feeling. We're going to stay here for 3 cycles of breath, wherever you end up. So if you're on your forearms, on your next breath, you're going to make your way, or if you're on blocks, push yourself back up so you're straightening those arms. Toe heel that right foot back to frame and step back into your swing. Release and lower all the way down. This time we let everything go. We're going to find a bound locust here. Clasp those hands behind your back, okay? You can use a towel or a yoga strap if you like here. This is too intense, just keep your arms out to the side, palms facing outward. But roll those shoulders back if you are able. Take that clasp and then bring those palms together. Lengthen those arms out behind you, keeping the palms glued to each other, and lift those legs off of the mat as well. So you're taking that expansion out of the shoulders, lifting those legs, breathing here, lift up nice and high. You got it. And then exhale, take rest. Release down. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn onto that left cheek. Bend your knees if you'd like to. Flop those feet from side to side. Or maybe just even rocking the hips to help neutralize that back. Take 1 more cycle of breath here. And then bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. Elbows tight along the ribs. Curl the toes. Push up, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk or float, forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. We do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, sweep those arms. Exhale, fold down, forward fold. Inhale, take that halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. This time, step back with the right foot, finding your crescent lunge. So opening up, finding that lunge. And then exhaling, releasing that right knee down. Your hands come down to prayer as well. Setting up for that crescent lunge with the prayer twist. So keeping everything pulled in that core. Take that right elbow, hook it on that left leg, the top of that left thigh. Maybe staying here, maybe opening up. Again, if you want to challenge yourself and take that right knee off the mat, whatever you want to do here. One more breath, really stretch out wherever you are. Breathe through it, and then releasing it down. Bring both of your hands on the inside edge of that left foot this time, and now finding your lizard as well. Really take your time to create some space here for your hips. My foot goes off of my mat, so just listen to what you need to do. And stay here. If you feel it here, stay here. All right? Or take any other variation that we talked about. You want to take that back knee off, you want to come down, whatever you want to do. Take 3 cycles of breath here. If you are on a block or on your forearms, on your next breath, push yourself back up, bringing that left knee back. Take that bent knee runner stretch. On this side, popping up onto that left heel, think back. Those hips towards that right heel, but keeping those hips in line with each other, okay? And then hinging forward at the waist. One more breath here. Bend that left knee, bring that left foot, finding your plank once again, and release the lower all the way down. Second locust here, your choice bound, or just keeping those arms out to the side. Set yourself up. When you're ready, inhale, taking your locust. Keep that chin tucked down, finding some length in the spine, but not cranking that neck up too far. Lift it up an inch higher if you can. And then release and lower. Turn to the opposite side this time. Turn that right cheek. Rock your hips if you want to. Windshield wipe those legs. Whatever you want to do. Take a moment to regroup here. Take one more cycle of breath. And then bringing it back to center. Bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes. Elbows nice and tight. Push up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, walk or float, forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, but this time I want you to bring your arms behind your legs and try to get that forehead to touch the shin. Okay, so just it's like you're giving yourself a big hug. One more breath here. Then release those hands back down to the floor. Roll yourself up to stand. Roll those shoulders. All right. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Bringing them and keeping them up overhead. Keep that right arm lifted. Take the left arm down to the side of your body and just taking it over. Keeping the inner edges of the feet heavy. Standing side bend. Exhale, right back to center. And then we'll just switch over to the other side. So keeping that right arm glued alongside of the body. You got it. And bringing it back to center, shaking that back out. Up at the top of your mat once again. Inhale, sweep those arms. Exhale, fold all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back, finding your warrior one. So warrior one, we're gonna spin off those back toes, but keep torso facing forward like we're in a crescent. Palms are parallel facing each other, warrior one. Try to sink into that front leg. Breathe here. And then on your next breath, transition to warrior two. Turn and face your torso to the left side of your mat. Gaze over, front fingertips. And then on your next breath, windmill those hands down. Spin off of that back foot, finding a pyramid. So keeping your toes facing towards the front of your mat. Use your fingers to push some weight into them as you shift closer. So we want the insides of our feet lined up with each other. Hips are still facing towards the floor. Bow forward. A block can be very helpful. Blocks, I should say, can be very helpful right here. But try to hinge forward at the hips. Get that awesome stretch in the back of the leg here. Relax the neck. finding your forward fold. Inhale, take your halfway left. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, take the arms. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, fold forward, warrior one with the right foot. Step back with that right. Rise up, warrior one. Inhale, take warrior two. Unclasp those toes. Windmill those arms. Down, spin off of that right foot. Step up, pyramid on this side. So this is not a lunge type of situation. My feet are maybe, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet apart. Really want to keep that instep in line with each other, and then I'm taking that bowing forward. Inhale, step off of that right foot, finding your forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, take your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back, and find your downward facing dog here. So step back, find your downward dog. Inhale, kick the left leg out behind you. A little bit of plank work before we pull down. So inhale, bend and take that left knee like it can touch that left elbow. And kick it back up. Next time, take it over to the right side. Kick it back up. You got this. Last thing, pull it in, round your back like you touch your knee to your nose, really exaggerate. And then try to find your pigeon. So take that left foot down, our shin parallel with the front of our mat, and then straighten that right leg out behind us. Inhale, rising up. And then exhale if you want to take it down, finding a block, finding a prop, anything, or simply staying up as well. Let's take a pigeon. Keep that foot flexed on that left leg. Want to protect that knee. Tops of those right toes are still pushing in. Toes on that right foot are straight behind you. If you're on your forearms, push yourself back, up. Curl the right toes. Revisit that downward dog. Pedal it out. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, kick that right foot out. Nice and tall. Take it out. Try to touch that right knee to that right elbow. Kicking it back up. Right knee to left elbow. Last one, kick it up, exaggerate nice and long, and then try to bring that right knee into your nose, pushing the floor away, and then finding your pigeon. So settling down, using those arms, find your pigeon, sit up nice and tall. Stay here or bow into it. One more breath in your pigeon. And if you're on your forearms, push yourself back up. Swing that left leg around. So now we're in our seated position. Get those feet back, hip width apart. Activate the core, sitting nice and tall. Palms are facing each other. Slowly bring yourself down with control. And once you get all the way down, relax your shoulders. Extend those legs. Take a full body stretch here. On your next breath, bringing those knees in, give yourself a big hug. Rock from side to side. Take those knees nice and wide. And then look over that right shoulder. And in turn, look over the left shoulder. Bringing your knees back to center. Bring your arms out to a T. Activate the core. And then just start to drop those legs over towards the right. Again, you can put a block here. You can put a blanket or pillow. Try to keep that left shoulder glued to the floor. And turn and look over those left fingertips. Slowing your breath down. Knowing that Shavasana is coming next. Start releasing the heaviness of your body. catching our breath. On your next breath, though, on your next inhale, I want you to activate the core, bring those knees back to center. Exhale it out. And then inhale, dropping it over to the other side. Look over those right fingertips. One more breath. Activate the core once more. Bring those knees back to center and take a happy baby. So bringing our hands to clasp the outer edges of our feet. Our feet are facing upwards towards the sky, like you can walk on the ceiling, and then drive those knees down towards the floor. But keeping that torso heavy as well. So we're really just trying to open up those hips. Maybe rocking from side to side if that feels nice for you. 2 more cycles of breath here. And then releasing that happy baby. Take another full body stretch or take any other poses that you feel like you might need as we prepare to settle into our Shavasana, our final pose here. Traditional Shavasana, you let those feet flop open, out to the side, palms are alongside the body. If you're seeking answers from the universe, turn those palms up towards the sky. If you're seeking answers within yourself, turn those palms downward towards the floor. Slow your breath. Slow your mind. And once again, release all the heaviness of your body into the floor. Relax your face. Unclench your jaw. Bring your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And relax that space between your eyebrows, your third eye. Relax that space. As you feel that breath start to deepen, allow your body to slowly start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, stretching back out. And then inhale, take that right arm alongside of your head. Draw your knees into your chest. Turn over to lay on that right side. When you're ready, push yourself back up into a seated position, swinging those legs back around, finding that comfortable spot once more. Bringing your hands to prayer, sitting up nice and tall, closing our eyes. Take a moment to scan your body. Notice if you're still feeling any tightness or tension anywhere, and then just consciously make an effort to let it go. Relax, soften into those muscles. Now's your chance to release Also, please take a moment to thank yourself for showing up on your mat today and practicing. It's such an important tool, something that can ground you every day, and just taking a moment out for yourself is so important. And just simply knowing that you did the best you could. This was your best today, and that's enough. Thank yourself. And I thank you for showing up as well. And we'll close our practice today with sharing a namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. I hope you enjoyed your practice. Thank you, and namaste.